everybody. This cheese ball is amazing. Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome to PT Scarborough is a podcast. This is episode 1 of the podcast, and I gotta say that I'm excited. Don't really know what kind of tangents I'm going to be getting on, because I do tend to get on a lot, especially when I'm talking by myself. Yes, I do that. Wow. We're starting off strong. I admitted probably one of the most darkest, deepest things right off the bat. Not even a minute in. But yeah, this is my podcast, and thank you for listening, for those that are. So, what is this podcast going to be about? What are the months leading up to? Years down the road, when I look back and I listen to this first episode, do I want to remember it with fond memories, or do I want to wish that it never happened? Well, I don't want the first thing. I want the second. I just don't know if it'll be years. We can cross our fingers. So who am I? As the name implies, that's who I am. 33 years old, living here in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, and I'm a comedian, writer, entrepreneur? I don't know about that last one, but those first two are correct. And, I gotta say, being 33, starting to feel the years, as a 33-year-old, got some weight on me, it's another dark, not secret, but another thing that's, going on, but I did get back from the doctor a couple weeks ago, and, things are checking out, things aren't bad, things are, mild. I don't know. What's good queso heat? Mild queso. I got a mild queso kind of health. Let's just say that. And that's befitting because I love cheese. How do I feel about Chapel Hill, the greater Raleigh-Durham area? I gotta say, weather-wise, not bad. It's cold in the winter. It's hot, really hot in the summer. And with global warming, it's just gonna get worse. So I'm glad I'm here in the Carolinas where, you're not too far up north, not too far south. We did dodge one hurricane so far this year, and I do feel bad for everybody in Florida and in Texas for how they got hit. That really does suck. But yeah, we dodged some destruction there. As I said, I'm a comedian. I like to write. Have I written anything professionally? Well, no. People have read my stuff. It's not just locked up in a notebook on my shelf. It has been read. It's out there in the cosmos. But professionally, no. But that is always a hope. Comedy-wise, I've been an improviser for over 12, 13 years. And over those years, I've met hundreds of other talented, good people, and one in particular not. Okay, that's not what this episode is about. I doubt I'll ever have an episode about that particular issue. I will say that I was a part of a theater. It was called Dirty South Improv, and that lasted for a good while until it didn't. Since then, a lot of things have been going on comedy-wise here in the Triangle. We got some Meddlesome, we got some Good Nights, we got some Moonlight, we got some other stuff in Durham and other stuff in Raleigh, new theater opening up, or at least concept of a theater. I haven't really looked into it. Taurus Theater, I just found out today via the Facebook that's a new thing happening. So yeah, a lot of stuff happening. Oh, Varsity. Forgot to mention the Varsity Theater on Franklin Street, hosting improv every Saturday night. Just did a show last week, whenever, where I played Orson Welles and Match Game. That was a lot of fun. I wore a robe. I combed my hair back, and that's about it. That's all I really had to do. Yeah, I did that. It looked fine. It looked the part. I had a cigar. That's important. I did have a cigar. And it's all about acting, people. The clothes and the makeup doesn't make the man. The talent is what makes the man or woman. Not I'm on for both sides. I'm not saying I'm talented. I'm just saying it's not about what you wear. It's about how you wear it. So, other things I've been up to, the biggest thing that I have found creative-wise as an outlet for myself has been editing videos. I've always been into filmmaking. I've always loved making videos ever since I was a kid. I wasn't like a young Spielberg or anything, but, like any kid, I liked making stuff, and of course, as technology grew from VHS camcorders to digital, or mini DVs to now digital, I've definitely seen the process of how, it's amazing right now. I'm recording this on my iPhone with a really good mic, so I hope it sounds good. I hope it does. But I'm recording here on my iPhone. It's just on a nice tripod, and I'm here in my basement alone by myself. The blinds are closed, and my lights are off because that's how I like it. The air conditioning is down all the way to a good 65 degrees, and I'm just sitting here with some nice sportswear shorts and some toeless sandals. I think sandals are toeless anyways. Let me look at these. Yeah, well, they're something anyways. So editing videos, lots of fun. Didn't get into it editing wise, like downloading software, Apple Works, any of that kind of stuff. I've never really owned a Mac, so I never had. What do you have on Mac? You have Apple Works. You have Apple something. That might be right. You can leave a comment to correct me. There's going to be a lot of things I'm going to say that aren't correct technically. So, anyways, so I got into editing. Just downloaded the software, pretty cheap. It was like $60, and it does the trick. I still use it to this day. Gives me a lot of good options, and I use them. And I said, you know what? Lots of people are doing the YouTube thing. I'm gonna get on the train. I'm gonna start editing some stuff, think of some stuff sketch-wise or stuff that I can do by myself, and take my time and learn the process. And that was about 1.5 years ago, and so far, I'm pretty satisfied with the content I've been putting out on my YouTube channel. It is, for those wondering, it's Redbird Comedy. You can just type that in there and check it out, Redbird Comedy. I have over 100 videos uploaded. Some old stuff, like, I'm not going to get into details of all my playlists and whatnot, but I have new things going on, and I have old stuff that I probably didn't want to share, but now it's out there and whatever. So, each episode we are having a theme, we are having a topic. And of course, here is the segue. I hope it was a good one, because the theme of episode 1, the topic is YouTube. Yes, YouTube, and my history with YouTube, what the channels that I subscribe to, the things that I like to watch, and I'm going to recommend that if you haven't heard of them, you should check them out, because the ones that I watch on a daily basis, or whenever those creators have new videos, I watch religiously. So, here we go. YouTube on PT Scarborough is a podcast. Oh, love that song. If you're not familiar with that song, then you need to get your brain checked on both sides, left and right. That is obviously the instrumental Power of Love, Huey Lewis and the News, from my favorite movie, Back to the Future, which YouTube has a lot of clips of. Whenever I don't want to watch the full trilogy of Back to the Future, I simply go to YouTube and I watch some 5-minute clips here and there, and it does the trick. It's not a full needle of the good juice that you need to kick back. It's just a taste. That's a reference to heroin, for those that didn't get it. YouTube. Little history of YouTube. YouTube was created by PayPal employees. I didn't know that. I did not know that. I've done a little research, done a little Google, done a little Wikipedia, and I didn't know that. YouTube created by PayPal employees as a video sharing website, because these dudes wanted to upload stuff, and there wasn't an option to do so very easily, so I guess they decided to make their own thing, to share with others. YouTube activated on Monday, February 14th, 2005 at 9:13 p.m. Lots of this information is from Wikipedia, so don't quote me on all this, but 2005, that's what I remember hearing about it, of course. The founders, Chad Hurley, Steve Chen, and Jawed Karim. Jawed Karim. It's Jawed. Jawed. Karim. Wow, Jawed. Or Jawed. I've never seen that name before. Jawed. Wow. The first video on YouTube was titled Me at the Zoo, uploaded April 23rd, 2005, and it shows the co-founders, Jawed Karim, or one of the one co-founder, Jawed, at the San Diego Zoo. Huh. I've never looked at that. I might do that after I record this podcast. Timeline of interest of events 2005. Let's see here. I'm looking at this on my computer. July video, HTML embedment. This looks like a timeline of events of things that were added to YouTube to make it what it was today, October 2005. Playlists were added. Full screen view, very important. That was in October after they started in July, so they didn't have a full screen view for all those months. That's funny. 2006, 10-minute video limit was added in March. So before then, I guess it might have. Gosh, it must have been really short. Below 10 minutes. I don't remember. Maybe 5 minutes. I don't know. I don't remember that. I didn't watch YouTube back when it first came out, which I will get to later in a second. Other things of interest: May of 2006, cell phone uploading. Sorry, very important. And you can view your history later in June. Not too much interesting over the next couple of years. 2009, Google Videos uploading halt. Google Videos uploading halt. Okay, don't know what that means. November, 1080p. You could finally watch something and record it in 1080p back in 2009. Back in 2009, if you had something that could record in 1080p, you had a lot of money. Or, I guess, just the latest iPhone. 2010, March thumbs up rating system was added. Oh, and this is cool. Wow, I didn't know this. 4K video was added in 2010. I don't know anybody that had 4K, or I don't remember anything being in 4K 7 years ago. Not too much of the next couple of years. It was the status quo for a while, and the last thing on this timeline is 2014, October, 60 FPS videos. I'm not a tech guy. I don't know what 60 FPS means. I'm guessing it means 60 photons per second. Because a photon is with a P. I'm guessing it's a photon with an F. Because it sounds futuristic. Something from Star Trek. So that's a little history of YouTube there. Some of my podcasts, I'm going to try to throw in a little history, a little learning for your noggin. The one thing I have to work on is saying a lot. I know I'm saying that. I know a lot of people have problems with, oh my god, this guy's saying and a lot. I gotta practice my diction, so I apologize if I'm saying ums or ahs. My history with YouTube. Like I said back in 2005, way up at least until 2010, I wasn't a YouTube guy. I wasn't a YouTube lover. I watched viral videos on it, like most people, and I think that's mostly what it was used for back then. I mean, most people were just watching viral videos, the latest cat keyboard and whatnot on YouTube, but just wasn't a big YouTube guy when I first started. I never subscribed to any channels before geez, at least this past 3 years. Yeah, I know. I'm late to the party. For all those avid YouTube fans out there. But I mean, I'm not that kind. I'm just not that guy. I have a Twitter account, I have a Snapchat and Instagram, but I don't use either. I don't use any of those. I have maybe, I don't know, 10 pictures on Instagram. Never used Snapchat. Think I used it once. And Twitter, I just link things from Facebook or YouTube to Twitter. That's really it. I don't really follow anybody of interest. If you're a friend of mine, I follow you, but honestly, I'm not reading about what you had for lunch. Don't really care. Oh, said it again. I said But yeah, that's just the kind of guy I am. I said okay. If I do it, I'm just not gonna worry about it. I mostly watch trailers, cause now it's in my head. I said this is gonna be a problem, guys. I mostly watch trailers, like a lot of people do. And I, mostly for viral videos, I used eBaum's World for viral video viewing. And I still do to this day. I check eBaum's almost every day, and watch a lot of trailers and viral videos there. But then I just started watching more. And it was probably within the past 4 or 5 years, I just started watching more. And I got more into YouTube. And I think that's just the way it was with a lot of people. I think that's just the evolution of the technology as it became more available to people and for creators to do things. More people just started tuning in, and that's what I did. It's the evolution of the beast itself. So that's just what I started doing. And then, of course, when I started making videos myself this past couple years, I am now a YouTuber myself. So yes, I do subscribe to channels. I have some of my favorites, and I have some that I don't subscribe to that I absolutely hate. Oh, there's some awful videos out there. Not awful people, not awful creators. Everybody has different views of the world and how they want to express them, and some people just don't know how to edit video and add captions and do all the other technical things. And I'm not saying I know everything. Good Lord, no. I mean, I use a simple $60 editing program. I use my phone. I don't own a fancy dancy camera. I just use my phone. So I'm not saying that and if you watch my videos, you can also comment and either publicly or by yourself and admit that, I am not the best at editing either. I'm not. I'll admit it. I will never say I'm better than anybody else, except for Nazis, because I am definitely better than a Nazi or a Trump supporter. Heyo. Yes. Did I just go there? I think so. I made that comparison. Oh boy. Okay. So what do I just subscribe to? Well, I'm gonna go down the list. I'm gonna go down the list on the sidebar here of the ones that I watch the most, because that's one of the ways that YouTube works, is that the channels you check the most often are the ones that show up on your subscription list. At least I assume they do, because all the others are at the bottom, and those are the ones I never watch. So what do I watch? What should I recommend to you? Gosh, what can I prescribe to you to make you a better person? Let me help you. I want to show you the money. I want to be your Jerry Maguire. Because you had me at hello the second you started listening. You did. So what do I listen to or watch? What do I watch? First thing I will recommend to everybody to watch is Red Letter Media. Red Letter Media. Red Letter Media is a channel created by Mike Stoglasa and Jay Bauman. Bauman? Man, I mispronounce a lot of names, so I hope these guys aren't listening. Well, actually, I hope they are. But, Mike Stoglasa and Jay Bauman both former employees of different studios. Mike Stoglasa formerly worked at GMP Pictures, and Jay worked formerly for Blanc Screen Cinema. And the company was formed by Stoglasa in 2004, 1 year before YouTube came about. Coincidence? I don't think so. It was formed in 2004 while Mike was living in Scottsdale, Arizona, but now it's based in Milwaukee County, Wisconsin. It's located in Wisconsin. That's nice. Never been there. I hear it's cold and they got cheese. So, Red Letter Media, the history of red leather, yellow leather. Their channel became pretty famous because of the 70-minute Phantom Menace review. If you haven't seen this, and you really should have already, or if you have not, you should make the time. Stoglasa and a company created the character of Harry S. Plinkett, who is a hilarious, dirty, awful old man. Perhaps serial killer? Maybe. Who knows? But the idea behind it, I suppose, is that they wanted to create a character who would use his time to review movies, but in the most detailed, longest, entertaining manner. And I cannot emphasize when I say longest and most detailed and entertaining, because the very first review, the 70-minute Phantom Menace review by Stoglasa, because Stoglasa plays the part of Harry S. Plinkett. Rich Evans portrays him when they are filming one of their other series on the channel, Half in the Bag. More on that in a second. But yeah, if you go to their channel, there are all these reviews by the character Harry S. Plinkett. He has reviewed all six, the three prequels of Star Wars, and then not all six. He has reviewed all three prequels, and plus the first Force Awakens. He has also reviewed Star Trek Generations, First Contact, all those Star Trek Next Generation movies, and a couple others, Baby's Day Out. Baby's Day Out is hilarious. And they're just so effing good. Don't know if I'm going to cousin this channel yet or not. Might get into that, but they are effing good. The cast is, like I said, Mike Stoglasa, Jay Bauman, Rich Evans, who is a character in and of himself, hilarious, Jack Packard, Josh Davis, and the different videos they do and the different series that they have are view, and that's where one of the guys sits down with another one of the guys, and they do a two-person just review of an old movie, but they're reviewing it in modern times, not like they're not pretending like the movie just came out or anything. They're reviewing the movies that they love on the channel now. They did a review of Blade Runner like 2 or 3 weeks before the new Blade Runner came out. They reviewed one of my favorites, Starship Troopers, a while back. They just have a lot of fun with that. Half in the Bag is where we see Harry S. Plinkett come to life. It's where Jay and Mike sit down. They play a VCR repairman who work either from Harry's home or their own shop, I guess, located in Wisconsin. And whenever Harry is out of the room or away, they decide to take a break, go see a movie, and come back and review it. And they usually do this on a weekly basis. There's usually a new video uploaded every week, and that is also hilarious. They go into detail. A lot of these are 30-minute videos. If they're reviewing 2 movies that they saw in the past weekend, it'll be like 45 minutes, but it's just really great. And I think my favorite, besides the Plinkett reviews, has to be Best of the Worst. These are 1-hour episodes of the whole cast usually with some friends from out of town coming in and sitting in, and it's where they either spin it's all old VHS shitty movies and DVD, all old shitty horrible movies that people send into them, and that they take from people that mail them these movies, and they basically just flip a coin and they watch them, usually 3 at a time, and they're shown sitting down in the living room, all watching it, laughing, booing, and then they cut to them sitting at a table and doing a full review. And then at the end of the episode, they choose which one was the best of the worst, and it's so entertaining. And this is just one of those concepts where you think, who's going to watch a bunch of guys just sitting around laughing at a video and then reviewing said video? Well, it works because these guys are they're hilarious, they're funny. Mike Stoklasa is this chummy, sarcastic kind of asshole, but not like grade A asshole, asshole that that he, when the cameras are off, pat you on the back and says, hey, thanks for going along with that bit. That, that's the kind of, that's what I imagine. Jay is, I don't want to say younger guy, but he is, you can't miss him. He has a beard. He has really nice hair. It's like a tidal wave. Just, he obviously gels, but he's like number 2 of the bridge on the Star Chef. Mike's the captain, I would say, and Jay's the second man. And then there's Rich. Rich is a heftier fellow, usually always donning a Marvel or DC T-shirt, and they shit on Rich. Rich is the punching bag for a lot of jokes, but it's all in good fun. So I recommend Red Letter Media. Check it out. Next up, I recommend Casey Neistat. If you haven't heard of Casey Neistat, you're probably A, not on the internet at all, or B, you're just a really good person who doesn't bother with those things. Casey Neistat has his own channel. He is a vlogger. He vlogs his daily life living in Manhattan, and it is surprisingly beautiful, artistic, well done. It's fucking amazing. I said fucking, I broke the PG-13, or PG right there. I did it, it's out. Casey is a filmmaker, entrepreneur, and like I said, vlogger, and it all started back in 2005 when YouTube first came out. Casey goes into his own personal history, but a little bit of history of Casey that I'll tell you now. He had one of the very first viral videos ever, before viral was even a word. And that video was about the very first iPod and its battery life. Casey, like a lot of people, is a Mac user. He buys every Apple product that comes out when it comes out. And when the very first iPod came out, he used it all the time, like a lot of people did, but the battery died on him. And when he wanted to go back to the Apple store to replace the battery, he discovered you can't. You can't do that. I don't know if he can do it now, but back then he couldn't. He had to buy, you had to buy a whole new iPod, which, yeah, that's shitty. That's really shitty. But that's how they make the money. That's how they make the cash, man. Apple, back in 2005, Steve Jobs, he wasn't any better than he was before he died. He wasn't, he knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing up until the day he died. The man knew he had cancer for over 10 years and he didn't do anything about it. Come on, this guy knew what he was doing. So, Neistat, he made a video about that where he is going through New York, and he is spray painting graffiti signs everywhere of how the iPod has a shitty battery. Don't buy it. And of course, I think Apple got pretty mad. They got pretty mad at him, and that's what he did. I mean, he also had a short-lived TV series on HBO. Also, like when HBO wasn't really doing a lot of TV series, he had one with his brother It didn't last that long. I think it lasted like 10 episodes. So he became a little famous for that. And after that, he just did his own thing. He started his own kind of filmmaking career in New York, and he's lived there ever since. And what are the videos? The videos are of his daily life. He reviews tech stuff. He skateboards through Manhattan. He travels constantly, and he does reviews sometimes of airplanes that he's in. And you would think, yeah, that sounds stupid and boring. Who wants to just watch a guy skateboard through Manhattan? The thing about Casey is that he knows his shit. He is humble. He is honest. And I'm saying this like I know the guy. I don't, but if you watch his videos, and there are over like 500 now, because he's been doing a vlog since 2015. Excuse me. But he is. I mean, he is a straightforward dude. And I'm getting choked up. No, I'm not. Just clearing my throat. But yeah, watch it. I could spend a whole other episode just talking about this guy, but watch it. Just watch it. Just do it. Nike, just do it. Where's the next thing? Oh, one little tidbit. How did I find Case Neistat? How did I find this guy? Randomly. Completely randomly. I was literally on YouTube, like I do a lot, just keyword entries, something or other. I don't know. I might have been sick. I think I just wanted to watch a video of the beach. I think that's what I typed in. I think I just come back from the beach, so I was just wanting to be nostalgic and watch, I don't know, whatever. And his videos popped up, and I watched the first video, and this was coincidentally about a month after he started his vlog, in which he promised viewers he would do every day, 10-minute videos every day. And I luckily started watching his vlog in 2015, a month after he started. So I watched his videos binge-wise for like 1 to 2 hours a day until I caught up. And that's how I found him, just completely randomly. I watched his first video, and my first impression was, this is beautiful. It's shot so well. Sounds amazing. This guy is funny. And he lives at the beach. And this is a vlog? Because that's what I thought. I thought he lived at the beach. Little did I know, it was just a video of him and his family on vacation. Somewhere in the Caribbean, I think. And next is, I'm gonna have to go with, got a lot here to choose from. I want to go with Channel Awesome's Nostalgia Critic. Channel Awesome is the channel, but Nostalgia Critic is the, series. Nostalgia Critic is written, edited, directed, and performed by web comedian Doug Walker. Doug plays the Nostalgia Critic. And what is the Nostalgia Critic? It's just that. It's a hilarious guy who sits in front of the camera and reviews old movies from the past. He's of my age, so a lot of the movies that he reviews are from the 90s, early 2000s. A lot of B movies, a lot of bad movies, some good, some that we're fond of, but ones, of course, that we are all nostalgic for. The cast includes Doug Walker, Rob Walker, his brother, who appears in some videos, Malcolm Ray, and Rachel Tietz. Tietz. T-I-E-T-Z. Tietz. Tietz. Oh, that's a shame. And Tamara Chambers. I cannot pronounce anything today. Tamara Chambers. And these guys appear as different characters in the videos, and it's not just him sitting in front of the camera reviewing movies. It's him doing episodic, serial, plot-based, character-motivated, hilarious shit. He has character callbacks all the time. He has a whole rogues gallery at this point. Dude's been doing this since He's been doing he's been doing this for about 10 years. Yeah. I have the history right here. I'm stupid. The series was initially launched on YouTube. There you go. July 2007. So yeah, 10 years. But episodes were frequently removed by the website because of copyright infringement. So he took them down in 2008, but then came back in 2009 after YouTube had lesser restrictions. So yeah, man, this guy's been doing this for like 10 years. And of course, if you watch his old videos, the camera is, it's old and it's not in HD and it's blurry and the sound's horrible. But over the years, he and the gang have stuck to it. They film. It doesn't say where they film, but they obviously have this huge space rented out that they use to their advantage. They have a whole warehouse full of props that you see in some videos. Just a gaggle of costumes they use. They obviously know their shit too. They're obviously filmmakers. The stuff is hilarious. The editing is nice and tight. And these guys are funny. They're funny dudes. And Doug himself is very good at what he does, and I suggest you watch it. Nostalgia Critic on Channel Awesome. The second to newest channel that I subscribe to is Binging with Babish. You should watch Binging with Babish. It's a cooking show, and as the website says, bingingwithbabish.com, Binging with Babish is a cooking show dedicated to discovering what the delectable and occasionally horrible foods from fiction actually taste like. And it's true. The whole show is about this amazing chef, cook, who recreates food from our favorite television and movies. He does it all. He usually starts off with making a literal replication of said food from movie or TV, and then of course when it turns out to be shit, he recreates it in a actual good way that would be plausible. Little history: Andrew Ray is one part chef, one part filmmaker, and he is self-taught in front of the camera and behind the counter. Yada yada yada. His passion for teaching and experimenting in the kitchen is rivaled only by his love of film and television. He's located in Harlem, New York. Great channel, watch it. He uploads frequently, and I actually did copy one of his brownie recipes, chocolate cake recipes, that I really want to try one day. It's all made from scratch. If you know me, you know I love my chocolate cake. Next up, two gamers, I'm not a gamer. I don't own an Xbox. I had one for like 3 months and I sold it because I needed the money. But I'm not a gamer, not a PC gamer. My brother is. He loves, and I'm not against it. It's just that, man, if I had a game console with every game you could imagine, I wouldn't get anything done. Sadly, I don't really have a full-time job right now, but even if I did, I wouldn't go to work. I have an addictive personality in these games, and when I have played video games before, you know how it is if you're a gamer. You sit down, you plan on playing for an hour, and then you look up at the clock and 5 hours is gone. That is me. Can't do it. Won't do it. Can't make me. I'm getting out of here. Just kidding. So, two guys on YouTube that are really good at what they do, playing games-wise, for other people that want to watch the latest video game but played by somebody else, is Markiplier and the Rad Brad. Mark Edward Fishbach, born 1989, is also known as Markiplier, a YouTube personality. Originally from Honolulu, Hawaii, he began his career in Cincinnati, Ohio, and is currently based in Los Angeles, California. Markiplier is a guy, he's 89, so yeah, around my age. Hilarious dude. He plays a lot of games. A lot of them are stupid. I don't watch them. I mostly watch the ones that he does a series of that are usually scary. His reactions are priceless. He's not annoying. He's not PewDiePie. Oh, God. He's not PewDiePie. Jesus, I hate PewDiePie. Oh, God. I hate that guy. I hate him. He's just so And he's getting in trouble. He's getting in trouble. He's saying the N-word. He's getting in trouble. Good. He's German. I made the comparison of Trump and Nazis. PewDiePie. He's German. Anyways. God, I fucking hate that guy. Markiplier. He's not annoying. Might take some getting used to, because he's very enthusiastic about what he does. But wouldn't you be? Jesus. Good Lord in heaven. This guy makes like $6K a month. And he plays video games. Granted, he gives a lot to charity. He gives back a lot. He's very humble. Again, see, you gotta be humble, man. If you're on YouTube and you know that you're getting paid, your videos are being monetized, and you're getting paid, or even a podcaster, you know, you gotta be humble. If you're a podcaster and you are making crazy dough, because your content's great, and yeah, you deserve it, but if you're making mad money just by doing this, granted, a lot of podcasts out there are brilliant and amazing, you know, of course, like, you know, This American Life and whatnot, who, deserve what they get, but that's the thing about YouTube, man. It's like, there's so many channels out there that are just dog shit stupid, and there are millionaires, and I mean, like PewDiePie, dude's a millionaire, and he's dog shit. God, it makes me so angry. Anyways, but like I said, humble. You gotta be humble. You just gotta be. Whether it's a small business, big business. My point is, don't be an asshole. Don't be Harvey Weinstein. Don't be Harvey Weinstein. Don't touch the ladies. Keep your hands to yourself. Don't be a jerk. The gameplays I recommend to check out from Markiplier are Alien Isolation, the first Outlast, scary as shit, Prey, his Five Nights at Freddy's series, and The Evil Within. They're all pretty scary. They're all fantastic. Funny guy. The other guy is the Rad Brad. He's relatively newer. He doesn't have as many subscribers. Markiplier has like 5 million or something. And he gets like 2 million views per video. Rad Brad, he has like 30,000 views, and he has like, I don't know, 500 subscribers, or 500,000, I don't know. But he's also a funny dude. He's 30. He's a gamer, and I found him out because I wanted to watch Outlast 2. And Markiplier didn't have it uploaded yet, but Rad Brad did. So I watched Outlast 2, and I thought it was really good. I've been following him. He also did Resident Evil 7. Ooh, cheese ball. Excuse me. That's a callback. He also did Resident Evil 7 gameplay, which I thought he actually did better than Markiplier. So I chose sides. And lastly, the newest thing that I've subscribed to, newest channel, is called Buttered Side Down. Not a lot of people know about it, and you can tell by how many have subscribed and view each episode this guy has. Didn't find any information on him, mostly because I got tired of doing research, which is not good for one who wants to do a good content-based podcast. But Buttered Side Down is this dude. He obviously lives in LA, because you can tell by his skits when he goes outside. He does these hilarious, like, 1.5 to like 2-minute skits where it's from his point of view, and he gets into some crazy, funny shit. The description on the YouTube page is comedy skit series following the exaggerated perspective of an unfortunate idiot. And that is down to the wire. That is down to the wire. That's not the saying. That's true. It's very true. Each skit is about this, and you don't know who the guy is. You never see him in the mirror. You just see his point of view, with, you know, his arms extended, and he just does hilarious stuff. This guy throws in special effects. They're pretty good. You know, like, they're obviously computer-based special effects, not like, you know, Hollywood computer studio, but they're, you know, they're good. And they're funny. Really funny guy. And that's it for my list of things. I have other things that I subscribe to, but, you know, good Lord, we are 44 minutes in, and, I don't want to make this an hour and a half podcast. I didn't even think we'd make it 45 minutes, but here we are. And that is it. So thank you all for listening. Episode 1 done. Cue the fake applause. There you go. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, fake applause. Man, I'm gonna have you back. I'm gonna have you guys back a lot. I'm gonna have fake applause back a lot. So that's it, guys. That's it for me. Of course, each and every video is brought to you by the good people and good items at Kroger. Kroger, go and buy their food. It's just Kroger. It's just Kroger. There's nothing special on sale there. It's just I'm not being paid by them. But I am endorsing them. Can you endorse somebody without getting paid? You can do that, right? I mean, like, yeah, totally. But I mean, there's nothing special. It's just, it's down the road from where I live. But I like to go there. If you watch my YouTube videos, you'll see that I frequently review the good things that are at Kroger, the people's grocery store. Now that sounded weird. That sounded like a grocery store in Germany. Nazis. That's another callback. Thank you for listening to PT Scarborough as a podcast. I'll see you next time. And, if you have any suggestions of a topic or theme to talk about, let me know. Topic and themes that we will discuss in the future, or anything from movies, comics, some politics, if anything comes up that I feel passionate about. But we shall see. The future is ours. And like Doc Brown says in Back to the Future, the future is not written. None of ours has. So make it a good one. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. That's a Markiplier thing. He says that at the end of all his videos, so I just stole that. Bye-bye.